Google is an incredible tool that has answers to almost everything. Whether we need help with a recipe, directions, or a random fact, a quick search can save the day. However, some people take this convenience to a hilarious level by Googling things that are so obvious, the answers are practically common sense. From basic life skills to everyday knowledge, here are the top 10 funniest times people Googled the most obvious questions, proving that sometimes, a little bit of thinking before typing can go a long way. 1. How do I turn off my computer? One of the most iconic and funny Google searches is when people ask, how do I turn off my computer? Think about it. If you manage to turn it on, chances are you can turn it off the same way. What makes this search even funnier is that the person is already using their computer to Google the answer, meaning they could just look at the screen and find the power button. 2. Do fish drink water? This one makes you pause and wonder, do fish really drink water? While the science behind it is interesting, saltwater and freshwater fish handle water differently. The fact that people had to Google this is pretty funny. It's like asking if birds breathe air. It seems some people forget that fish live in water 24/7. 3. Why is my phone battery dying? It's no secret that phones lose battery over time, yet thousands of people search, why is my phone battery dying? The answer is usually quite simple: too many apps running, screen brightness too high, or just the fact that batteries don't last forever. But somehow, people expect a magical answer from Google instead of just charging their phones. 4. What happens if you drink water upside down? The fact that people have Googled this is proof that curiosity knows no limits. It's understandable if they were trying to stop hiccups, a common trick. But many people seem to genuinely believe something drastic might happen. Spoiler alert. Gravity still works, and you'll probably just choke. 5. How do I breathe? Yes, you read that correctly. Some people have actually Googled, how do I breathe? While it's likely a joke, the fact that it appears in search suggestions means it has been typed in enough times to be considered a real search. Breathing is literally something we do without thinking, except for the people who, apparently, need Google to remind them. 6. Is an egg a fruit or a vegetable? Some people are so confused about food categories that they turn to Google for answers. While an egg obviously isn't a fruit or vegetable, it comes from chickens, not plants, it seems there's still some debate among those who are unsure. The answer: an egg is an animal product, definitely not something that grows on trees. 7. What day is Christmas this year? Christmas has been on December 25th every single year, forever. Yet, without fail, people still Google, what day is Christmas this year? It's like asking, what color is the sky? The only slight excuse is if they're wondering which weekday Christmas falls on, but even then, it's not a hard thing to check on a calendar. 8. Can you eat moldy bread if you toast it? No, toasting moldy bread does not magically make it safe to eat. Yet, many people have apparently turned to Google, hoping for an answer that lets them avoid wasting food. Unfortunately, no matter how long you toast it, moldy bread is still moldy bread, and definitely not something you want to eat. 9. How do I make ice? This is the ultimate example of an unnecessary Google search. The fact that someone had to ask, how do I make ice, means they skipped every basic science lesson about freezing water. It's pretty simple. Take water, put it in the freezer, and wait. And yet, this question still gets searched more often than you'd think. 10. Does deodorant expire? It's understandable to wonder if food expires, but deodorant? People have actually Googled whether or not deodorant stops working over time. The truth is, yes, it does expire, but not in a way that makes it dangerous, it just becomes less effective. The real question is, why do so many people own deodorant that's old enough to even require Googling this? Google is a wonderful tool, but sometimes people use it for the most ridiculous reasons. These hilarious searches prove that no matter how much knowledge is available at our fingertips, common sense isn't always guaranteed. The next time you type something into Google, take a second to think, do you really need the internet to answer this one? Open mouth smile.